Hello everyone, and welcome to Operation Vector Glare. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway, your host once again for the season reveal. And we've got a great one for you today. We're kicking it off with creative director Alexander Karapazis, who's here to give you a roadmap update, tell us what the season is all about, and dig deeper into the Wolfguard Squad teaser.
Back at the SI, we mentioned that we'll be revisiting our roadmap for the year every single season. We're immensely proud of everything that we're delivering this season. However, we do have a delay in season 3. We released Emerald Plains, and we're really happy with the reception that that map has received. That means that we want to build on that momentum and be more ambitious for our next map. So Singapore will move from season 3 to season 4, where we can give it more time and more love to be a bigger, bolder new map than you've ever seen before in Siege. So the vision of the season for Operation Vector Glare is a big one for us. We're introducing a new operator, Sens, and they're coming with a new weapon to the game as well as an amazing ability. We're also introducing a new team deathmatch map. This is a new space where players can jump in and warm up. On top of all of this too, we're introducing the shooting range, where you can jump in, test recoil, test your weapon loadout, and have a lot of fun. We talked about squads in Rainbow Six Siege, both as a narrative tool for us to tell new stories about our operators in the field, and as a way of explaining the kind of segmentation that Rainbow Six is experiencing right now, with Nighthaven leaving, Rainbow Six proper, and Harry splitting up all of the operators into each individual squads. We're introducing Wolfguard this season with our new operator Sens. And you saw a bit of a teaser just the other day about this new squad. This is led by the captain Doc, and Sens is joining the squad as well as a couple of other operators from the game. This is important for us because now we can tell stories about these operators in the field, and you'll see more of that at the start of the season. This doesn't affect gameplay, but it's a new way for us to tell the stories of these operators, how they work together, and how they struggle against real-life missions. You'll be experiencing more of their story at the start of Season 2 Vector Glare.
Now, let's get a sneak peek of some Vector Glare gameplay, courtesy of Chris Waters and the Ubisoft News team.
There's a lot of power in lines of sight in Rainbow Six Siege, but what if you were watching an angle and all of a sudden you saw this? Would you shoot it? Melee it? Approach it slowly and try to walk through it? Oh, don't do it! No, don't worry about it. It can't hurt you. It's a wall made of light, created by the ROU projector system, and you have Sens to thank for it. Sens is the new attacker, arriving with Operation Vector Glare. And they're also bringing a new weapon with them, the high-capacity POF-9 assault rifle. Take it for a spin on the new shooting range and see how you like it. Then put it through its paces on the new Team Deathmatch map, Close Quarter. The dev team's got the details on all these things, as well as more to share on giving some operators a third secondary weapon option, implementing the first phase of the reputation system, and your chance to score some free operators. All this and more is coming with Operation Vector Glare. Let's get to it.
Sens is set to join the attackers, and their unique gadget is suited for all kinds of situations. Game designer Mathieu Lacombe is going to tell you more about it, but first, let's discover a bit more about how Sens was developed with concept artist Sunshine Kim and director of gameplay design Jeremy Cavan.
Sens is a very joyful person. They love music. Music is a big part of their life. We wanted to bring that bright personality of Sens into the design. We explored different hairstyles and different facial features to really capture that shining personality of Sens. So in the mask, when Sens is in the mask, they look fierce, but The person under the mask is someone lovely, someone musical, someone very bright. We wanted to create that differences between two sides of Sens.
So once we've designed the technology and the fantasy, we had to create all the different elements for this gadget. So Sens device is made of 3 parts. The first part is the rolling device. It's an object that you throw. In the middle, you have a wheel for movement with a tire for grip, and in the center, you have a gyroscope to maintain its balance. This throwable is fully mechanical, and on the bottom of it, you have 2 openings that are always facing down. And from these openings, you have the second part of this gadget that is ejected, which are the little electronic pellets, and they can create these super efficient beams of light for a short amount of time before it's running out of battery. We know that there are these super powerful devices that can create strong beam of light and that are used, for example, on stage during concert. Of course, ours need to be way more powerful, but we like the idea, so we decided to create our gadget around this.
So Sens is a 3L'd 1-speed attacker that is coming up with Vector Glare. Sens gadget is the ROU projector, which stands for the Rolling Obstructive Utility. This is a rolling device that you toss. It's a throwable gadget. It rolls around. It will bounce off in a pool-like fashion, so it enters a corner and leaves the corner in the opposite angle. This will allow the players to have some really creative use of the gadget, and as it travels along, it will leave some projectors along the path. Those projectors emit a light wall for a set amount of time, and those light walls will block line of sight, but they won't block anything else. So if you want to use it to shoot with your high capacity weapon through it, or you want to use a grenade or something else from your team, this is the perfect gadget to create a window of opportunity for the attacking team. After a set amount of time, the light wall will retract and they will fade away. We have the 417, the Gun 6, the 9mm, the SDP 9mm, the secondary art breach, and the Claymore. So we have a really big package that is topped off with the POF9, the really brand new assault rifle that we're bringing with this season. It's a high capacity, low damage, and low destruction assault rifle, but it's really reliable. Sens is a pure support. We see Sens as the quarterback. So we have Sens bringing the diffuser, creating windows of opportunities for the rest of the team. You can hunt roamers, you can secure a plant. There's really a lot of things that you can do with the ROU projector. You take the POF9, you take the secondary art breach, so you're bringing a lot of utilities for your team. As much as the ROU is a very flexible tool for the attackers, we have some ways for the defenders to counter this gadget. You have multiple ways, either active or passively. Jaeger will interact only with the wheel part of the ROU. So if you have your wheel rolling in, leaving 3 projectors, and it gets into the range of a Jaeger, it will get zapped, but it will leave the 3 projectors that are already there. Wamai can also counter the ROU. The magnet will catch the wheel. It will stop the wheel from doing its thing. It will then release it with a new direction, and a lot of chaos will happen from there. The interaction between Aruni and Sens gadget is really both way. We have the small gap at the bottom of the Aruni gate that you can slip the Sens right underneath it. But if Sens tosses it in the middle of it, well, it will get destroyed. When we talk about some passive counters to Sens, we have Mute. The jammers are there, they're doing their stuff. It will not stop the wheel, but it will stop any projectors from creating their lights. So you can see something happen like 2 walls, no panels, 2 walls. So it really creates some interesting angles and interesting gaps. We have Warden that can use the glass and see through the light walls. So this creates a reverse situation where Sens is in danger while Warden is really like on the hunt.
Last stop standing.
The bulletproof camera is really a interesting gadget to counter Sens. It comes in 2 parts. We have the first part where an active player can see through the wall with the vision like we would have with the smoke. But you can also use the EMP dart to disable the projectors on the floor. So one way to create a hole in the wall and have an opportunity is to use explosive devices. The projectors themselves are bulletproof, but they can be destroyed by explosives. So it's really an organic way to create an opening in the wall. Similar to the bulletproof camera, the evil eyes will be able to see through the light wall. You can use the laser to destroy anything that could be on the other side. So it's really a passive and inactive counter to sounds. A barbed wire deployed in a doorway will slow down the wheel, so this will make sure that the gadget doesn't go as far as planned. Sounds is a very versatile operator, so you have all of those possibilities, those opportunities to use your gadget and create some windows of opportunities, create some awesome play. It's really an operator that is made for you, so I can't wait to see the creative plays that you come up with.
Come here! I dare you!
Diffuser is online and active.
Season 1 delivered a new way to get warmed up with Team Deathmatch, and Vector Glare is introducing a new TDM map set in Greece. Senior level designer Jeremy Dowsett is here to give you a tour.
It's a brand new map that's designed just for TDM and not for Plant Bomb. So you're going to have a different feel, looser angles for sure, a much faster, chaotic gameplay, and you're definitely not going to have the defensive setups. It's designed so you're not going to be safe. You know, there's a few little places you can go hide, but you're going to get found out very quickly and people are going to hunt you down. So it's fast, it's chaotic, it's definitely a different feel from any of the other TDM maps or anything that we've actually put TDM out in so far. In the world of Rainbow, this is a training facility. And so the whole thing is designed to be modular, and you'll see that in the art style, there's lots of little hooks for cranes to pick up sections of the map and walls. In the fantasy it can be changed into anything else very, very quickly. There's a lot of time and effort and thought that actually went into the color coding. The stairs have solid color. So you've got 4 sets of stairs that are fully color coded, and every room has a very simple thematic within it. So it's very clean, it's very simple. You know, you can tell a kitchen's a kitchen. It'll have kitchen on the wall, armory will have, you know, most of the major rooms will actually have words on them. So when you go through and you're spawning and you're running around, you can orientate yourself very quickly to know which way you're going. And with the main path, or the main paths, the circular path and the path up the center, it's always easy to get from the ground floor to the top floor, so it's super easy to navigate. You're always very close to a set of steps. There's a lot of destruction. There's see-through floors. You can actually see from the first floor through. You know, breakable floors. Everyone's got impact grenades. And as the walls break, then you have more angles and more lines of sight. And it was hard to kind of break my usual workflow to actually go, actually no, this line of sight is fine. Rather than trying to constrain it like we do in a competitive map, just being a little bit more free with the angles is actually quite rewarding and quite different. It's a lot of fun. It's chaos, but it's a lot of fun. The rounds are definitely gonna be much faster because it's much cleaner, but when it comes to warming up your mechanical skills and your aim for going in and playing ranked, this is probably the best map for doing that. It's so fast-paced, it's chaotic. 2-3 rounds of this map, you're going to be warmed up and ready for rank, that's for sure.
During the Year 7 reveal panel in February, Emmanuel Larive from the Player Behavior Cell laid out some important measures in our fight against toxicity. He's here to discuss what we're doing now and what's next.
As announced on the previous Season Invitational, we are beginning the rollout of the reputation system. During Season 2, we will be deploying part of the reputation system toward the reverse-friendly fire. The goal of the reputation penalties towards reverse-friendly fire is to catch the recidivist and the top offender that are abusing the friendly fire to be malicious to other players. The goal of it is not to catch people that are doing mistake. It's having a match without those top offenders abusing the friendly fire in order to be malicious. Overall, all of these phases, the goal of it will be to make Siege a better place where everyone can meet and cheer together. Privacy mode right now is restricted to some of our content creators. It will go out during Season 2 in a public way. The soft launch helped us to improve the whole set of options that will be available for you. We learned like a lot. It was key for our strategy to provide something that is good and have the quality that we expect in order to protect your true identity while playing. The whole set of privacy options will not negate our anti-cheat capacities. We will still be aware of the true identity of the players that are using it. Match cancellation is a great addition to Rainbow Six Siege. It helps to avoid unranked, unbalanced matches. Since the beginning, we did several updates based on the community feedback to improve match cancellation. With Season 2 release, we will be coming with another update that will bring more control for our players about the whole process of a match cancellation. Later down the road, we will continue to improve it. The goal of this update is to give more visibility to everyone so they have a better control of the match cancellation process, but also of the context of it. And of course, we will also reduce any abuses related to this initiative, and we will continue to monitor it and improve it.
We're always looking at ways to help you improve at Siege. And this season, you will get your hands on the shooting range that you can use to practice your skills and test weapon recoil, as well as in-game operator guides that will allow players to expand their knowledge. Here's Assistant Game Director Christopher Budgeon with all the details.
During the Year 7 reveal, we talked about how onboarding is an important part of Rainbow Six and our future and where we want to go. And we're really excited to show you what's next coming this season and Season 2. The shooting range is a great tool to learn the specifics and characteristics of each weapon, the different attachments, and the different situations that they perform best in. But also, it's a great tool for testing our patch notes. When you read something within our patch notes, you can jump into the shooting range and learn the changes that have been taking place within those weapons. So if we had made any changes to the damage dealt by that weapon or the recoil spray patterns, now you'll have a place to have a static test that you'll be able to perform after each patch or each update. The goal of the shooting range is ultimately to give players a tool where they can learn about the weapons found within Rainbow Six Siege. Every operator is available within the shooting range, whether you own them or not. It's a great way of testing out the different weapons and loadouts of each operator, find the best loadout for you, and ultimately save the loadout so that you can perform at your best. So the shooting range is actually built to have multiple more lanes than you'll find in Season 2. So we have big plans for the shooting range. Also, we want to optimize the shooting range. So over time, we might change or add the ways that the different lanes work based on the feedback. We're really looking to hear how you feel about the shooting range. What do you want to see added? Please let us know. Operator Guide is a new feature which you'll be able to access from the Operator album or within a match, which allows you to get important information about how to use the operator of your choice. For example, you can learn about the primary gadget of the operator and be shown little clips which illustrate exactly how to use their gadget. Additionally, you can learn about the different secondary gadgets that operator can equip, as well as whether it's attack or defend, the different actions which are available to you, such as reinforcements or putting up barricades, or if you're an attacker, repelling and droning. These are really key elements that all players should be able to know, and now they'll have that information right at their fingertips. It's hard to sometimes understand everything an operator can do by just a simple line of text. Now we've changed that completely. You get visual examples about how to use that gadget and how ultimately you can contribute to your team. The operator guide is ultimately geared towards new players, but it's a great asset to returning players as well. We see a lot of value for keeping this up to date and making sure that it has the most latest information, whether it's changes that are coming in patches or new operators that are added to the game. But in Season 2, you're going to see very clearly the basics of each operator and how to use their gadgets.
2 gameplay updates coming in Vector Glare are aimed at giving players more flexibility. One has to do with secondary weapons, the other concerns visual effects. Back to talk us through these changes is game designer Matthew Lacombe.
We are bringing a third option in the secondary weapon slot. You can think of it as the primary weapons. Some operators have 3 options. We're giving the same for secondary weapons. This will bring back options that were previously lost because we had it a gun 6, we had it a SMG or a shotgun. So this is bringing back options for the players. We have a lot of them. We have Kali, we have Clash, Amaru, Finka, Lion. Like all of those are getting back the weapons that they lost previously. This allows us to create more diverse loadout when we want to make sure that you have a pistol, a secondary SMG, a secondary shotgun. We don't do compromise because we only have 2 slots. We have 3 slots and we can make the best loadout that we can deliver for you. Back in Year 6, Season 3, we reduced the overall screen shake that was produced by explosives or gadgets around you to give more comfort to the players. Like we heard you saying that it was a bit too much. This season, we're bringing 3 options for the players. We have what we have currently in life. So if you enjoy the way Siege is, we are not touching this for you. We have the second option, which is having the screen shake, but just tone down a bit. And the third option is to completely remove this. This will allow our players that are affected by motion sickness to really enjoy the game a lot more than they could before.
In Siege Esports, tactical timeout is an important part of the competitive setting. In Operation Vector Glare, we're enriching this esports-inspired option for custom games so you can properly set the stage. Esports director Wei Yu has more on these and another big update for the competitive scene.
For those that don't know, we currently have an operator quarantine time for our esports competition. That means when a new operator is released into the game, it takes up to 3 months before they're integrated into the top level of play in our esports programs. So the removal of the operator quarantine time is a huge change for our esports competition. I think it has been over 3 years that this has been in place, and we're now removing it because it really is a testament to our balancing teams, our game designer teams. We feel that our operators are now ready from the start to be integrated in the highest level of competition. For the professional players, it means they have to adapt faster to the new meta. The new operators are being released into the competition as soon as they are on the live servers, which gives our pro players less time to adapt, but it also means at the same time that the teams that are quicker to adapt have a competitive advantage. On the other side, we have, of course, our players and viewers. For them, it means that as soon as the operators are being released, they are played at the highest level, and you can see the full potential of said operators being played in our leagues across the world. So the tactical timeout feature is designed for custom games, first of all. It allows players to pause the game for a short amount of time to rediscuss tactics and to realign their approach. It also helps them to potentially take out the wind from the sails of their opponents. In the new scenario or in the new feature, players can directly do this from the menu of the game, but it can also be triggered by the observer or the coach. So the tactical timeout feature is a quality of life change for our esports players, as they will be able to trigger this timeout the same way, no matter if they're playing online or offline. It also means it's easier for the viewers to follow, as it's a unified approach for both LAN and online tournaments.
Playing with friends is a lot of fun, and there has never been a better time to bring them to Siege than now. Christopher Budgeon is back to let you know about a new program that rewards both you and your friends.
Year 7 has been big for us, and we really think it's a great time to come back to Siege. Every player who's played during Year 7 is now eligible to bring 4 friends who have not played during Year 7 in order to earn big rewards. for every friend that you bring back and play 5 matches with, you'll be getting a new Year 6 operator and a pack that you'll be able to open, as well as some fallback rewards if you already have those operators. Additionally, there's new 3D animated skins that will be delivered to the players as well. A great way to do this: invite 4 friends, get a 5 stack going, and you can play any game mode to play 5 matches in order to get those rewards. It doesn't matter which mode you play, whether that be TDM, ranked, quick match, or event. For each one of those friends, play 5 matches to unlock the rewards. Both the person who's been invited will earn a reward, as well as the referring player. For players who are coming back to Siege, having not played in Year 7, they get to be given a Year 4 or Year 5 operator into their roster. And of course, there's backup rewards if you have all of those operators. Additionally, after coming back and played the 5 matches with the player who brought you back, you'll now be eligible to invite 4 other friends and earn the referring rewards as well.
Before we wrap things up, as usual, you can experience Operation Vector Glare on our season test servers starting on May 24th. But wait, there's more. If you like playing as Echo, Abana, or if you're a fan of the Yakuza games, here's an exclusive bundle for you. Enjoy.
何が人気や。
手加減はしねえ。死にてえやつだけかかってこい。